Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. That's right, guys. And of course, you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer. And guys, welcome to a new series where I'm calling it My Comics. That's right, everyone. I'm starting this series so you can get an in-depth look at my comic collection. So every time you see one of these videos, it's going to be showing you covers of my collection of certain series. And so there's going to be quite a few of these videos, and it could be a lengthy one, it could be parts. I'll have to decide that as time goes along. But today's first video, I wanted to show you my collection of Zenescope comic books. That's right. They have some great covers, very provocative like covers, and but their books themselves are really great stories to read. But there's a lot of cool books and cool covers that I wanted to show you. This is the first installment of these videos, so I just happened to pick this one out so you guys can see it. But we're going to start today with Zenescope, and we're going to start with sci-fi and fantasy. This was a cool book. I remember reading this great horror book, which you can see right there. Nice artwork, like usual. It's like some scientific things. That book was pretty neat. Next from Zenescope, we have another sci-fi fantasy. This was part 2. Great cover here. Looks like the girl's getting killed. I don't even remember what that story was about, to tell you the truth. Next was another great series. This was Escape from Wonderland, issue number 0. This I remember is because of this story. This is how I got into Zenescope's comic books. The story was awesome in here. Really good, really like bloody and gory, and just awesome, awesome series. So I got issue 0, issue number 1. And I'm going to announce every time there's a J. Scott Campbell cover. J. Scott Campbell cover right here. Yep, there's that one. Issue number 1. Issue number 2. Really nice cover right here. It's kind of like, looks like Doctor Doom in a way. Pretty wild. And if there's any of these books that you guys liked reading, loved the most, just let me know in the comments below. Here is Escape from Wonderland, issue number 3. That's pretty cool. She's like coming out of the grave. This was a great series. Next we have Escape from Wonderland, issue number 4, where she's being taken over by some vines. And we have Escape from Wonderland, issue number 5. And we have Escape from Wonderland, issue number 6. It's like the Jabberwocky or whatever that freaking thing was called. That's pretty cool. And we have next, we have Grimm Fairy Tales, 2009 Holiday Edition. It's got Sayla there as like with the Nutcracker. This was an interesting story. The Nutcracker was, I guess, working with her, which was pretty weird. Wound up becoming a real person, which was interesting to see. And let's see, next we have, this is when I actually started collecting this series. I found it really interesting. Issue number 37. This is when Grimm Fairy Tales really first started, where it was basically Sayla telling stories of just all the fairy tales that have ever happened. And it puts this horrific twist on everything. That's what I loved about these particular stories. Yes, the artwork is nice on the covers, but the stories were really good too. There's issue number 38. Issue number 39. Issue number 42. Great detail in that artwork. Issue number 43. Sayla with the unicorn. Issue number 44. Then the book got a little bit weird at first for me. It wound up getting into all these different like stories, so it changed course. Issue number 45. Issue number 46. That's an awesome cover right there, with like death in the background. Really cool. I think John Toledo is the artist on that. And here we got issue number 47. Great cover, nice detail. We got like Pinocchio back there with I think it's Cinderella. Issue number 48. Issue number 49. It's interesting right here. Issue number 50. This was their 50th edition. Really interesting. It's got all the characters in the background. The Ice Queen back there. Really cool. Issue number 51. It's kind of like this painted style, like airbrush type of art. Issue 52. It's pretty like peaceful light color cover with the deer or the moose or whatever it is. Here's issue 53. I think this is where I kind of stopped collecting the series. Here is issue 54. And then we go on to the Unleashed series. So this was Grimm Fairy Tales issue number 85. That's a pretty awesome cover right there. I really enjoyed that cover. The series is pretty good as well. Here's another one, Grimm Fairy Tales issue 55, so I missed it, I skipped one. You can see these covers are pretty entertaining, I guess, if you want to say that. And then here is the 75th issue of Grimm Fairy Tales of my favorite cover artist, J. Scott Campbell, another one. I just love his work. He just knows how to draw just classy looking women, I guess. I don't know what I'm looking for in that, but he just draws them awesome. And then this was the ComicCentral.com exclusive. This was limited to 500 copies. This was Alice in Wonderland. They had a naughty and nice cover. This is the nice cover. The naughty cover was Alice basically naked in the cover of the issue. And it was very, very expensive, but this is a cool cover. I really enjoyed it, and it's only made for my comic book store. And then next we have another series from the Wonderland series. This is another #1, and this is done by J. Scott Campbell as well. Any J. Scott Campbell art is out there, I'm going to find it. And this was another series, but I wasn't really fond of it. And this was called Inferno, where the chick winds up like seeing all kinds of crazy devil-like creatures. It was okay, but I didn't really find it worth paying the $3.99 per issue. It was $2.99, but there's something weird about it I didn't like. And I got issue number 2. And I got issue number 3 as well. I think I stopped it after this one. See. And then I wound up getting this other series that came out, which was called Neverland, issue number 0. And there was Neverland issue number 1. And another great series by Patrick Shan. If you guys haven't read this, there's Robin Hood issue number 1. Robin Hood issue 2. Robin Hood issue 4. 3 is probably still somewhere on my nightstand or something. And then there's this weird series 2. It's called Salem's Daughter. So I got issue number 1 of that. We got cover number 2B on this one. Notice how this is the only cover from Grimm Fairy Tales that doesn't have a female on it. It's crazy. They just got their niche with these covers. Salem's Daughter, issue number 3. And I think, oh, and we got this one right here. The Oz. It's a new series that was just released. One of their top sellers of the year. So keep that in mind. This was a pretty good first issue. J. Scott Campbell art. And last but not least, from Grimm Fairy Tales or Zenescope, I got their first few trades. So this was Grimm Fairy Tales Volume 1. That collects all those first few trades. Again, very horrific series. Awesome stuff. Real gory, bloody. Just because it's got some sexy looking women on the cover doesn't mean it's not a good story. Great stories. Issue or volume number 2 for trade. I'm pretty sick. I actually bat and boarded my trades too. Am I pathetic that way? Let me know in the comments below. Grimm Fairy Tales, Volume 3. And Grimm Fairy Tales, Volume 4. And that is it. So there you have it, guys. There is the my collection of Zenescope comics. You got to see all my comics that I own from them. There might be a couple others that are kept away in the nightstand, but they're newer issues. And you've just witnessed the first episode of my comics, where again you're going to see individual issues of all the comics that I have collected throughout my collection. This may take a while, but if you want to see my full collection, you guys might want to see these videos. So tell me what you think of this idea in the comments below, and if you have any added features that you want me to add to it, just let me know. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this first episode, and this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and guys, I'll see you in the next comic book review. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.